Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Waldhart and you are here with Amanda'sInspirationStation.com. Welcome to this week's Weekly Wednesday. I cannot believe it is September 1st. I feel like I say this every Wednesday, but like today is my oldest daughter's birthday. She just turned 15. Well, she's turning 15 today. Starting high school, just got a job. And Mama is over here like, what's going on? So I'm having a hard time with that. They started school today. So I have a 9th grader and a 6th grader. And again, I'm just like, oh, it's just been crazy. They've been in virtual school for a year and a half, and it's just been a crazy week so far, but I am so glad to be here for this week's Weekly Wednesday. For those of you who have never joined me before, every Wednesday I come on and I pick either a stamp set or a bundle, and I create either cards or 3D projects or whatever I create with it, but I always create two things. So today I have 2 cards for you, and we're going to be using this Whimsical Trees Bundle. I love this bundle. Now, I have to say, I love these colors together. They are found on page 24 and 25 of your mini catalog. This is not your traditional Christmas colors, and I totally get that. I have a lot of my customers who are like, I don't like that because it's not traditional colors. Well, that's true. Even though I like these colors, I think that it's different and I like them a lot. I think they're gorgeous. You always can use these stamp sets with traditional colors though. You don't have to make it per this. Of course, today I'm making it per that because I like it. So I'm going to go for it. And I truly believe that I'm not the only one out there that likes these colors. So I think they're gorgeous. I think these cards are super cute. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, the designer series paper is absolutely gorgeous, and that is the Whimsy and Wonder 12 by 12, and it is just very pretty. I just love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's get started with this one first. We're just going to use a traditional size card. Measures at 5.5 by 8.5. You would score it at 4 1/4. I'm just going to fold it. And then I'm going to use my bone folder to varnish in the creases. I do have a piece of basic white to go on the inside, even though this is a lighter color. So if you were to write on it, you could see. I still like having that white piece of paper in there. I think part of it too for me is it just gives the card a little bit extra like thickness, that extra firmness. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to place that inside just like that. Okay. And then I have a couple other pieces here. So I have a couple pieces of the designer series paper. Now this designer series paper, like all of ours, is double-sided, but I actually used, so this is the same piece. I'm using it opposite side. And of course, I don't know the measurements right now because I didn't pay attention to that before I started this video. Go figure. So it measures at 4 by 3. And then this one would be 4 by 2 1/4. So I'm going to put the solid color on the bottom, and I'm going to put the pattern on the top. And I do want to overlap it a little. I'm going to start, I like to work my way from the bottom to the top. And when I start this though, I want to make sure that I'm leaving enough room on both sides and the bottom to give it kind of that framed look. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it on this side. And I'm going to just overlap it a little bit. And I'm going to line it up so that it matches just like that. And then to cover that line and to just give it the color, I have a piece here that is 1/4 inch by 4. And this is of the polished pink. And it's just a little strip. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to place that right like that. Okay, so there's the start of our card. Now we have a few things we got to do. For the sake of the video, I went ahead and I've already die cutted out this tree, but I did want to show this is the die cut that I used for this tree. So, and then I have two pieces here that both come from the scalloped dies. So I have two of them. We are going to stamp the polka dot tree in the polished pink behind it. That way you can see the little circles, the little ornaments or whatever underneath. Now, I want to share this because I pulled these blocks out, and I was talking to another friend the other day who stamps, and she was like, oh, you like those big long blocks? And I'm like, yes, I actually do. She prefers these ones. But I find that these ones I don't know, they're longer, and I just prefer them. I feel like I get a better stamp. I know that sounds probably weird, but we all have our own quirks, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp that right down the center like that. There we go. Voila. And then I'm going to take this piece here because we're going to do the saying, which I love this saying. It says, may the love of the season warm your home and fill your heart. And I'm just doing this one in Memento. And I want to make sure I get it. Oopsie, we got a little fuzz there. We don't want that there. All right. And we're just going to stamp that like that. Oh, perfect. That turned out well. All right. So now we're going to want to use our dimensionals. I want to pop this up. So we're going to actually use our mini dimensionals. And I'm going to try to find as many little spots as I possibly can put this. Because for those of you who know me, know I love I love dimensionals, not just mini. I just love dimensionals. That is something I definitely purchase a lot of. All right, so now we're just going to place that over the top there, and so that way it's kind of popped up. And now I'm going to get my regular dimensionals out because I'm going to pop this up onto the card. And I'm going to put it in all four corners and one in the center. We don't want a saggy center. All right, and I'm going to place this over to the side, to the left side, just like that. And then for this piece, I'm going to just put adhesive on this little guy right here, so on the back of this side. But I am going to put one dimensional on this side. And the reason why is because this is popped up, but this is overlapping this. So we're going to go like this. Just like that. And now we're going to add a little bling, because I love bling. We're going to add some of the opal rounds. I think these are just absolutely perfect for this card. And I'm just going to add two of them. Just like that. Voila! There is our first card. I love this. I know it's not traditional colors, but I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and stick that over to the side. And let's get started with our second one. All right. So this one, we're using Misty Moonlight as our card base. Again, 5.5 by 8.5. If you score it, you'd score it at 4 1/4 or just fold it in half. Use your bone folder. All right, so I have two pieces of cardstock here. One is going to be the first outside layer. One's going to be the inside layer. They both measure the same. They both measure at 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put some adhesive on there, and we're going to go ahead and place them on. I'm placing that flat, and I'm placing this inside flat. Now, I have this piece of Designer Series paper. I love this pattern. It's so pretty. Even this side is so pretty, but love, love, love. Okay, so this is at 3 3/4 by 5. And again, I'm just going to place that flat. I'm placing all these layers flat so that when I do the center part, I'm giving that the height. All right, so I have a couple pieces here. I have a scrapped basic white for us to stamp with for this tree. I've already, for the sake of the video, have already cut this tree out, and I used this die in the Whimsical Trees bundle. So I have already done that. I have another, I was going to say posse pink, but that is not a color of Stampin' Up. Maybe that should be a color down the line. Polished pink. And this measures at 1/4 by 3, but I'm going to cut some of it off. I'm going to turn it into a banner, so I'm going to use my banner Pick-a-Punch. But let's go ahead and stamp that saying first, so I know exactly where to punch it. And we're just going to do Let Your Heart Be the Light. And I'm going to go over to the left side to stamp, just like that. That way, when I bring in my banner punch, I'm going to center it with the corner there. And let's see, we got a ways to go. So if I want to go a little bit more, I could. And you know what? We're going to keep going. So really, you don't even need it to be 3. But sometimes maybe you want that extra room for that stamping. Okay, so there's that piece. So let's go ahead and let's stamp our tree so then we can put this card together. We are again going to need the polished pink, not the posse pink. But now we're going to need mint macaron as well, and we're going to use this stamp for the tree. So I'm going to stamp the tree first, the green part of the tree first. It doesn't matter. This is just a scrap piece of basic white. So we got that, and then we're going to bring this stamp set back out, or stamp back out with the polished pink. And I'm just going to kind of overlap it like that. Voila. And then we're going to get our die out because we're going to cut that out. So let's get that out. And so I got the other 2 out to show you, but clearly I didn't get the one out that I need to actually use. I mean, that would be silly. All right, so here's the die that we're going to use. So let's put these back. All right, so if you want this to stay, which if I'm going to take the time to stamp an image and then I use a die to cut it out, I don't want in the middle of me running it through my cut and emboss machine for it to slide and ruin my image. So I like to use a little washi tape just to place it down there. That way I know it's not going to slide around and I'm going to get a good image. So we're going to place this down like this. I'm going to get my top part here, and we're just going to run this through our cut and emboss machine. And then we'll get that out of the way. And there's our image. All right. Okay, so let's put our card together. So I am going to use lots of dimensionals because I like to pop things up. So we're going to do dimensionals on basically all of this. I want to really kind of give it that 3D look. So I'm going to pop this up, and I'm going to put this more towards the left, and then I'm going to pop this up towards the right next to it. Just like this. And then I'm going to pop this up over top of it. So I'm going to put a dimensional there and a dimensional there. And I have project sheets for both these cards. If you hop over to my blog, there's a link underneath the video. It'll take you right to the my blog, where you can click and print the project sheet. So the project sheet has the colored pictures of this, and it will tell you the measurements of it, and it'll tell you the supply list. It's completely free. I'm going to put that over there. So feel free to hop on over there and print that out. All right, and I'm going to do that one right there like that. And then I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to now put dimensionals on the back of this. Right now is celebration time. So I also have a link in there to shop my online store. So for every $50 that you spend, you get a celebration item. If you do not have a current Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you don't have these catalogs, please reach out to me. I would be more than happy to send you one. So now that I have this popped up, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to center it right in the center here. Just like that. So there's our cards. Yep, I would be more than happy to send you a catalog and a brochure. And if you would love to join my team, the Crafty Cats, I would love for you to join. We have a great special going on right now. So not only do you purchase the starter kit for $99 plus tax, the shipping is free, which is awesome. But you get to pick out $125 worth of products. So you get $26 more for free. So free shipping, $26 more in product for free. And you get to pick out a bundle out of the mini catalog for free during celebration. So that's always nice. And you know, whether you are a discount shopper and you just want that discount, or some people like to call it a hobby demonstrator, you're not doing it as a business, you're just wanting the discount. We welcome everybody. I welcome business-minded demonstrators. I welcome everybody. So we have a great time and we do lots of different things throughout the month. So message me if you are interested or just want some information on it. No pressure. Maybe you're curious and you just want some information. Okay, so if you guys love these projects and like this video, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next week for the Weekly Wednesday. Have a great day. Bye.